Howdy fellow YouTubers, my name is BobStraitFTW, and today we are playing Battlefield 4 Sniper Monday. I know, Sniper Monday, it's just like the greatest day. I look forward to it all during the weekend or weekend, and I know that none of you do either. But today is Monday. Guess that. Crap. Today, you son of a bitch. Today is Monday, and we are playing some Battlefield because we want to play some Battlefield, and Sniper Monday is a series that I enjoy making. And there doesn't seem to be a whole lot of people on this server. Let's stay in the server and see how long we can milk it. So, let me push that microphone out of the way. I got two microphones. I got one that I have plugged into my PS4, which I can sometimes hear myself with, and it becomes very annoying because it doesn't sound great, and I'm not used to hearing my voice like that. I'm used to having it ricochet through the inside of my skull and then reach my ears instead of just coming to my ears, which makes it sound very weird. That's why if you ever hear a recording of yourself, it's like, oh my gosh, who's that person? Because you always hear yourself as a different person, essentially. Oh my god. They know I'm here. You're running. Going upstairs. God, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Triple! Let's see if we can get the 4. Oh, nope. Well, that was too good to be true, as I would have and or hope of it of the things words mouth come out of, because things happen on Mondays. So today's Monday. We're working with the M98 Bravo. Ah! I'm doing amazing right now. So I'm working with the M98 Bravo today. I've been playing Battlefield for like the past hour or so. I was playing with a good friend, Screwed, and we were messing with the Phantom Bow, and it was super fun. And I did get some footage from that. Oh, you dropped a med bag! I'm bad. Thank you. Thanks, bud. We played with the Phantom Bow. We were working on a method to be able to arc the bow, because if you actually shoot your bow straight up, it does come back down. So we're figuring we could kind of use it as a mortar if someone was using a MAV and the other person was using, you know, the bow with an explosive bolt or something like that. And we got pretty far with it. We didn't actually get a kill yet, so that is most definitely something that needs to be dialed in quite. But it was, oh man, it was so cool. And we ended up just like giving up on it, and we just tried to get kills with the Phantom Bow. But other than that, we spent almost an entire game trying to do that. We also figured out that on Charlie Flag, on Operation Locker, the roof is open. But if you try and shoot a mortar or something, through it, it hits an invisible barrier. Where is he? He's right there. I'm not gonna hit him. Okay, so yeah, that's totally a thing, and I'm kind of happy that they thought of that. Of like, oh, they can't do that. That's gonna be OP. But I think it would add another dynamic to Locker. It would help get people out of those areas that, you know, everyone knows Locker, right? In a way that not many other maps are known. It gets played more than I would say any other map in Battlefield, if I wasn't so fond of all of the other maps. But let's be honest, Locker gets played a lot. Everybody knows the madness that goes down on Locker on 64-man Conquest. And imagine that a mortar that was well placed could shoot through the roof and hit all of the people camping around all of the doors. That would completely change the dynamic of that map, and it would help move Battlefield, or at least that map, into a much more, you know, much more, I wasn't gonna say friendly oriented, but that's not quite the right words. Much more tactically oriented map other than, you know, just sitting at a wall and shooting and grenade spam. I think it would add a cool dynamic, but you know, that's a ship that sailed a very long time ago, and there's nothing that we can do about it now. But I would love to see not Locker in the next Battlefield, because I feel like Locker, there's always a map like that in I almost said Call of Duty, though there is usually a map like that in Call of Duty. Nuketown! But there's always a map that's like super close quarters, and it just ends up being a massive grenade spam. Whenever you put people into those tight quarters like that, especially with the weaponry and gear that you get in a Battlefield game. And you can really see that in Battlefield 4 compared to like Call of Duty or something, because everybody's walking around with rocket launchers. And well, most people don't use rocket launchers, but there's so many different grenades that you can use that do so much damage. Anyway, we're getting beyond the point. You can't shoot through the roof on Locker. Wow, I turned that into a very long sentiment about how games should be made. But come May 6th, we will get news on the next Battlefield game. And I haven't really said much about it. I might make a video specifically about it, just for the poops and the giggles. I'll talk a little bit. I might make a video about it, like just for, I don't want to say just for views, but that video would noticeably get more views. Like, what do I want out of the next Battlefield? Would noticeably get more views than, you know, me talking about it now, and that just, but I'm not gonna deprive you of what I what I hope for in the next Battlefield game. What I wish that they are gonna, I'm gonna do wish and then what I think. What I wish that they do is that they make an upgraded version of Battlefield 4 like they did from 3 to 4, right? Where Battlefield 4 was just like a beefed up major version of Battlefield 3, right? They added a whole bunch of new stuff, but they kept the same core gameplay and the same aspect of, like, this is semi-futuristic, but it's still modern. Like, the majority of people would I would consider Battlefield a modern shooter. There are some futuristic things like hover tanks, and there's the rail gun that just, like, I know those aren't too futuristic at this point, but they still are futuristic. But, you know, it's a game that might be made in 2020, not, you know, 2016, quote-unquote modern-day shooter, right? So, that's what I hope that they do, because Battlefield kind of needs that resurgence of an actual Battlefield game. Damn it! Of an actual Battlefield game, because that's kind of where the market's at right now, is either futuristic stuff, or well, I would be upset if they did futuristic, just because I know that, like, this next game needs to knock it out of the park. They need to make a lot of money on it. And a Battlefield 5 game with all the epic stuff that Battlefield 4 had, with none of the problems that Battlefield 4 had, would do very well for the Battlefield franchise. Because after Hardline, I would imagine that consumer feedback is kind of pushing them away from trying anything new. But I still wish that they would just make a Battlefield 5, like a legitimate Battlefield 5, and not, you know, a Battlefield, you know, that either takes place in the past or whatever. Now, that being said, I am not against them making a game in the past. I want a Battlefield game that takes place in the past, because we haven't had one of those in a long time. I'd love to see a first-person shooter that takes advantage of all of the modern day technology to be able to make a game that we all want to play, that also takes place in such an iconic time in history. So I would love to see that, and that's actually what I think that they are going to do with the next Battlefield, is they're gonna go to the past. And now that is different between what I hope and what they might do, or what I think that they'll do. And what I think that they do is, with all what they do, what I think that they will do is continue with everybody's hype train and just continue to like squish our dreams. And I'm talking out my ass right now. But what I think that they will do is that they'll make a game in the past, because everything that they've done so far to like hint towards the game or this or that, or you know, people tweeting out like songs from old Battlefield 1942 games, and you know, rushing the beaches of Normandy and all that jazz, you know, that really does hint towards, or if they're just throwing us off the pace. But if they don't release you know, a 1942 game, then it's like, oh, we played a trick on the community. They thought it was going to be an old game. It's a future game. I don't see how they win in that, other than like they get a chuckle out of it, which I can see why they did it, because the Battlefield community does need a good chuckling at, which is that's needed. And I do, whatever the next Battlefield game is, whether it's modern day or futuristic, or I think it's gonna sell well due to the fact that Battlefield 4 sold so well. But I think a lot of people have hardline taste in their mouth, and I do hope that they don't judge the next Battlefield game on Battlefield Hardline, because Battlefield Hardline was a sorry excuse for a Battlefield game. I'm gonna say that. Oh, you can see me! 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 I'm so happy about that. But it's not that it was a sad excuse. It's that they named it Battlefield, and it wasn't to the core nature of what a Battlefield game is. And that's really what they need. What is that? A Squad medal. Hell yeah. We got the A Squad medal because swiggity swooty, we do it in the booty. So, those are all of my opinions and what little to no fact there was there. If you made it to this part of the video, please put the word striker, S-T-R-I-K-E-R, in your comment in the comment section below, so that I know that you watched the video all the way to the end, and the best viewer and subscriber ever. Thank you all for the and are the best viewer and subscriber ever. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to help me my channel out. If you made it to this part of the video, please put the word striker in your comment in the comment section below, so that I know that you watched the video all the way to the end and are the best viewer and or subscriber ever. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to help my channel out. I can't do my outro today. I've done it like 7 times. If you made it to this part of the video, please put the word striker in your comment in the comment section below, so that I know that you watched the video all the way to the end and are the best viewer and or subscriber ever. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It really help me my channel out.
That is all.
Oh my god, I did it! So I stream from the hours of 5 to 6 p.m. Central. Sometimes I will start a little earlier than that.